Back to the AM Superhet receiver again. Good morning, YouTube. It is a Monday here in beautiful downtown Seymour, Indiana. I am working on something different. As you can see, I'm trying to find my paperwork on this. I have the little capacitors. It's going to go in there, and I think on, I don't know if it's this one or this one. I think it's one or the other. Well, it'll be the same as that one probably. So it'd be this one here. But I've got to put those in and get those across those capacitor or resistors. And see, I have this transistor in. I'm trying to remember exactly where I left off. And like I say, if I had my paperwork, it would be a little bit easier to tell a little bit about that. So, anywho, that's what I'm doing. Now that I have this signal tracer working, I thought I'd use it to see what kind of sounds we get coming out of here. That should be interesting. Like I said, I have ways to go yet on this to get it where it needs to be, but thought we would bring you back and show you some progress I'm making on it and stuff like that, so hang around. Alright, it's time for a little update here. It is afternoon now. It's around 12:30. I do have a few more items in, and I'll show you those. There is the 150 nanofarad cap I put in across this resistor. There's the other one across this one. And lastly, I put in this transistor here, which is, I don't know which one it is. Q2, I think, is what that is. So that's the last of the transistors. Now, this transistor goes from, let's see, goes from the, here it is, bottom of the 4K7, which is the one I just attached the 150 nanofarad to it. It also connects to the 10 nanofarad going across there. That's 10 nanofarad going across right there. And that's the 4K7. So this end connects right there. And the middle goes to right here, which is, I think, goes to the antenna. So I'm just leaving that up. I've got it routed out of the bottom and comes, you can see it just sticking up right here. I think you can see it anyway. So that's it. And then the other one, the bottom lead collector, whatever you want to call it. Well, that's what it is. Goes here, comes out here, and goes right into the middle of this transformer here, first IF. So that's where it's supposed to go. So everything else, this is the middle, the base going looping back to the middle there. And then this is the other end connected to the 4K7. I had to get a little creative with this. This was kind of in a way. It's sort of off the board now, so it just sort of, you know, floating there. But that's good because it comes through here and it needs to be above it a little bit to be away from everything else. So got that done. That looks good, and that's making more progress. So that's good, real good. So next, I think we're going to go down, let me see here. I think that's about it there. I've got a 1 microfarad capacitor in here. It's got to go in. It goes to the leg of the oscillator transistor. I haven't got my bus bar here, my bus ground bus, whatever you call it, in here. It's got to go all across. And start tying in some of that stuff. I think it'll be pretty good. And then we'll go over here to this, you guys are not seeing that, I understand that now. But anyway, this bus bar's got to be put in. The 1 nanofarad or 1 microfarad between the oscillator and ground, it's got to go. The last thing I want to do is this section right here, because it is just a conglomeration of stuff. So, but like I said, I just got this sticking up here, this Q2, I think is what that was. And so that's it just sort of sticks up right there. It's coming out that it's actually down a little bit further than that. It's these 3 here holes it's in, and it comes out the middle there. So that's where it's supposed to be. But like I say, I haven't, obviously the ferrite rod hasn't been added yet. So I got to make sure this ground loop is in here, goes all the way down. Like I said, I'm going to add this ground loop down here, and probably can go ahead and do that. I think the rest of this stuff is in here. This pretty sure that 10 nanofarad is right there. So that should be good. All that other stuff is in there. All that stuff's in there. Now the only other thing back on this end here, it hasn't been done. This this network here hasn't been done, or these caps or anything like that. So those have got to be done. And let's see what we got left as far as parts are concerned here. Oh, we have, looks like, something in there. Small caps. Huh. Snips, solder snips. I see caps in there. Anyway, okay, like I said, there's one. Look, I bet you those are ones probably. I'd say that's a 33, and that's probably another one. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 3 resistors, 2 diodes yet to put in. So we've got a few things left to do. I'm just wondering now if that's those. I bet you those are the 150s I was supposed to put in, but I got new ones out of the bag, so that's no big deal. I'm sure that's what that is. So, all right, good enough update. You guys hoping to wrap this up, but you never know. Like I said, it's taken me a while. This stuff is a lot more compact than it may look. It's not so bad on this side. It doesn't look too bad, but then you get onto this side and you can see all the different things there that goes here, there, and everywhere else, and it's hard to keep straight of that. So I'm doing my best. So we'll see how it works. So I've got to figure out where these go. Now that one I think is made, and this one here is, I think, the antenna. So I don't know exactly where that one goes. That might have been ground. I can't remember. And I see it on the schematic. It goes over to the leg of the first, or the oscillator. So we'll have to connect that up. But like I said, that's part of that section on that side. So, all right, be back in a little bit. All right, back once more. I think this will be the final time for this video. This is really tricky here, getting this stuff in here. I've got this one hooked up over to the coil, oscillator coil transfer, or whatever it goes to. I can show you on the schematic here in a minute, but that's hooked up. The resistor is in, the 1K resistor is in here, and it goes between the emitter of this and goes to this 10 nanofarad capacitor, and I'll show you that back here. Let's see, it's kind of hard. It's underneath all this, I think. Anyway, 10 nanofarad comes in here, connects to the middle of the coil there on the oscillator, and here's the top of it here, connecting to the emitter of the transistor and to the 1K. Now this middle leg connects to the ground leg, ground run going around here, which will meet up with the ground bus around here. And on the top side, and this goes to this piece here, which does our little ground loop there. And it's all connected to the middle of the capacitor, soldered to it, I should say. And that's all in good. So getting there, it's just it's kind of a slow process. When you get down to this low level or compact level, whatever you want to call it, it just gets a little bit difficult to get all this little stuff worked out and routed. And you know, just gonna have to be careful on how you do it. I think the next thing I want to do is probably run this ground circuit down here all the way around and start going around there. Just I'll have my ground that way, because that's the last of the components on this side that have to be added. I should say this side that need to be added. There's nothing else in here. It's just the ground comes down here, goes around here. There's a 1 picofarad here that goes in, or for 1 microfarad E-cap goes in here. So, all right, that's gonna do me. You guys have a wonderful afternoon. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see ya.